Welcome to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here. We don't do the lying like those other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. Get on the bus, guys. Get on the bus. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. Salute. Come on in, guys. While y'all come on in, I'm going to get the story started. You know what I mean? Tragedy, guys. Tragedy.
At Adelphi University, extraordinary happens.
I need to know, how is this possible? How do two parents, now we worry about single mothers, but we got the mother and the father in this one, guys. Two parents, modern parents. So see, guys, I'm going to get to y'all. Let's just go over this story. I'm going to give y'all some education now.
On national recognition.
Children there as well. They 8-year-old and an 18-month-old baby to the party. And the party went on through the evening of July the 4th. And about 2 o'clock in the morning on July the 5th, in the middle of the night, they left this party in downtown Lakeland at some people's homes to return to their house in North Lakeland. When they arrived at the house, Jasmine took the 6-year-old and the 8-year-old into the house, said, I'm going to give them something to eat and put them to bed. And Jasmine told Joel, bring the baby into the house. Joel then was taking some food stuff, some trays of food into the house. Jasmine went in to feed a 6 and an 8-year-old child, and she put them to bed, and subsequently she went to bed. Joel, when he was taking the food trays into the house, noticed the right rear door open. When he finished taking the food trays into the house, he noticed the door was closed. So now he thought that Jasmine must have gotten the child. So he went in. Jasmine was in bed, asleep. He went to bed asleep about 3 o'clock in the morning. Now listen to my timeline here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Joel wakes up at 10 o'clock and is preparing to get ready to go to work. About an hour later at 11 o'clock, he looks at the 8-year-old and says, where is the baby? This 18-month-old little girl. Jasmine's still in bed asleep. The 8-year-old looks around and says, I don't know where she is. Where she normally slept, in the bed or in the room with the 8-year-old. So Joel starts to look throughout the house and he doesn't see the baby. He goes to the car and there is the baby still strapped in the child carrier.
Now, how the fuck does that happen, guys? How the fuck does that happen, guys? Let's dig deep into this story, guys. Let's dig more deep into the story. Hold on.
An 18-month-old girl died after being left in a car overnight. Officials say Joel and Jasmine Rondon were coming home from a 4th of July party, and they left the child inside the vehicle while strapped into her car seat.
Joel, when he was taking the food trays into the house, noticed the right rear door open. When he finished taking the food trays into the house, he noticed the door was closed. So now he thought that Jasmine must have gotten the child. So he went in. Jasmine was in bed, asleep. He went to bed asleep about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Officials say there were 2 other children in the car as well, but they were taken out, leaving the baby girl still inside the vehicle all alone. Joel Rondon reportedly went to the car the next morning and then found the little girl in her car seat unresponsive. The parents were both arrested yesterday and they face manslaughter charges.
How does that happen, fellas? Fellas, are we still out here playing this traditional man game with these females? Are we still out here picking these women off of how they look, off of how big they butt are? Fellas, fellas, y'all know y'all come to this channel for the absolute truth. The unbiased absolute truth, guys. We are long far from the days where we could play this traditional man game with these women, guys. And I'm not putting blame on nobody. They both dummies. To prevent future instances like this, guys, I need y'all to be aware. The majority of women you deal with, 8 out of 10, are modern women. You say, Mr. Goodbread, what does that have to do with the man? And, bruh, when you decide to get in a relationship, understand you are looked upon to do everything and not say nothing. No checkdowns. You have to vet these women because it's dangerous when you get into a relationship with a modern woman, bro. It's dangerous, bro. How can a woman forget the basic tasks? Ma'am, she went in the house with the 8 and the 6-year-old to feed them. But your priority as a mother, as a newborn, wait, guys, mind you, what they didn't tell us in this story is they was partying. They was at the party and they took their kids to the party. They took the little baby to the party. So now this could have been all sorts of, they could have both been drunk. The man could have been dead drunk. Woman could have been drunk. Who knows? But this is a pure case of toxic parenting. And this is that modern parenting right here. This is the modern parenting that go on where we play like we're equal and the man never steps up. The man never assumes his masculine role as the leader. That's this let's pretend shit right here, guys. That's this let's pretend shit right here, guys. Now, you mean to tell me, guys, you don't know what you laying down with? And I'm not saying, guys, don't test out the coochie. I'm not saying you can't test. But at what point do you check her brain, bro? That's what I'm talking about today, guys. Are we still picking women thinking that our money, just because we got a bag and we can provide for this woman, that's okay? You got to pick women who mind is right, bro. You got to start picking these women who mind is right. You got to come up out that coochie at some point, and you got to come up out that look at some point with these modern women and check their mind, bro. You got to check their mind, bro. How the fuck does a mother go to sleep and leave her baby, 11-month-old, in a hot motherfucking car, guys? It is fucking hot in this car. It's baking in this car. Guys, it's 2 types of modern women that you're going to deal with, all right? It's 2 types of modern women you're going to deal with straight up. You shouldn't be dealing with a modern woman. But you got the modern women that think that we still back in the traditional times, right? So while you outside going to get your work and you think she in the crib doing anything on herself, helping you with the kids, she not, bro. You set her up and you got her, you doing what you got to do to provide for her, but she's not helping them kids. Them kids is raised by social media still. You know why? Because in our society, bro, 95% of these women are looking on social media, copying each other, bro. Social media has programmed the mind of these modern women, of 95% of these modern women. You know what I mean? It's conditioning. It's conditioning. They have programmed them to just be all about vanity, their vanity, how they look. So, guys, I ask you, are we still picking women according to the programming that tells us pick the pretty dumb bitch? Pick the bitch that know how to look good, but don't know how to be a mother, guys. It's not about right or wrong with me. I don't care about who right or who wrong. They both wrong, guys. It's about taking self-accountability, guys. Now, this man in a relationship cat, and how he gonna think that the woman was, bro, that is both of y'all responsibility, more so the woman. How the fuck do you leave your 11-month-old baby newborn in the car seat in a hot ass car overnight? Hold on, guys. I got another clip. I got more to this story.
The extreme heat also leading to a tragedy in Lakeland.
Boy, it did, and that's where an 18-month-old girl died after being left in a hot car.
NBC6 anchor Trina Robinson is live in studio with the sad details this evening. Trina.
Extremely sad, guys. The sheriff's office says it all started when the child's parents returned home from a 4th of July party around 2 a.m. Now, that mother reportedly told the father to bring the child inside while she put the two other children, ages 6 and 8, to bed. When the father went back to the car, he noticed all the doors were closed and assumed that the child was already inside their home. Both parents then went to sleep. When they woke up the next morning and went looking for the child, they noticed her still strapped in the car, unresponsive. She was taken to the hospital where she still had an internal body temperature of over 104 degrees. Doctors were unfortunately unable to revive or save her.
It is brutally hot for everyone under the best of circumstances. And then this child is shut in the car, obviously with no movement of air, with it becoming hotter and hotter and hotter as the morning went on. And you just can't, I mean, there aren't words to explain this. And Jasmine's.
Well, here are a few ways you can prevent a tragedy like this one from ever happening. First, put something important in the back seat, like your phone, purse, or ID, even though the child is the most important thing. Use a large stuffed animal as a car seat reminder, or keep your car keys out of reach so you got to then go look for them. As for the parents of the 18-month-old, both tested positive for drugs and alcohol after that party ended. They are facing aggravated manslaughter charges today.
We in a society now where miss me with single mother. Bros, it's niggas in a relationship with single women. You hear that? I said it right. It's married niggas in relationships with single women. Now, this is a two-family household, right? This 2 parents. So this ain't gonna pop up on the single mother stats. But once you let these modern women modernize you as a man in this relationship, cat, you just as good. You just as good as nothing. Now, again, miss me with the single mother shit. She's not a single mother. She got an asshole behind her. She got an asshole man. You see, guys? This is why I tell you, MGTOW, bro. They all fucked up out here, bro. You got men that just following these whack-ass women. You know what I mean? These women don't have a clue of who they are. They are lost. They are out of touch with reality. And you want to pick these women by how they look? You want to pick a bitch nowadays, 2023. You want to pick a modern woman, but off how she look, off how your man gonna applaud you. When in private, in public, right? You gonna post the bitch because she look good. You gonna post her, and your man's in public. You be like, yeah, King, yeah. But in private, niggas gonna know. In private, niggas gonna be knowing, like, yo, bro. Y'all got to stop picking these women off for looks, fellas, or you gonna be in such similar situations like this, bro. Modern women are the devil, bro. What are y'all not understanding? You know what I mean? Modern women are the devil, bro. I'm not lying. I don't give a fuck. The black ones, the white ones, you see these look like some Latino ones. You know what I mean? This gender war is good versus evil, man. It's not black versus white. You have God people, the good people, against the evil ones. And the evil ones appear to be winning at the moment because it's easier to be evil. Now, these parents should have been parents. These parents should have been parents. No way do you go out partying. You see, this comes from the relationship cat. Because you know why people go out on Fridays? They go out on Fridays, and people like this, couples like this, they go out partying together to hide that depression. Because in their reality, in their day-to-day life, it's boring, it's sucky, it has no purpose. The goal, guys, has got to be getting out of poverty. The goal, guys, when you get in these relationships, right? This is why picking for looks not going to get you nowhere, because looks not going to get you out of poverty. You got to pick the bitch that is able to hold things down. You got to pick the bitch that's able to move her feet. You know what I mean? And logically think. We are long gone from the days that we can just work and give the bitch our money and she just sit there and look pretty. We ain't on that no more, guys. We need everything from our females that we gonna lay up with and play this relationship cat with. Fellas, that's not in a relationship. This is a message for you. You gonna pick women that you pick their mind first. I ain't saying not to play in the coochie. You can test the coochie out. You can test the head out. You can test everything you want out. Test the whole booty hole out. But at some point, nigga, get up out that and test that head out, nigga. I'm talking about that brain. That brain. You in these relationships and you got to be the leader at all times. You have to be the leader. And a leading man, a man that leads, that never can happen. That will never happen, guys. And I only tell you this, and I only speak with such passion because I live this, guys. I live this. Remember, you got two types of women, right? Two types of modern women. You got the modern women that they just lazy. So they think they're supposed to. They still stuck into the traditional programming, which tells them you supposed to give them all your money and they ain't got to do nothing. They sit on social media all day, copying the other bitches. You know what I mean? They don't raise your kids. They not raising your kids. They not teaching your kids nothing. You know what I mean? They not cooking healthy. You know what I mean? These are the things that you need your woman to do. If I'm going to go to work, best believe I'm going to pick a bitch that's going to be able to be at home and raise my kids. I'm not picking a bitch that want to compete with me. I need a chick that's going to teach my kids. I don't need a chick that's going to leave my kids to be raised by social media, the same shit that's programmed in her mind. Are you getting what I'm talking about, guys? We have to stop picking these women for looks because she look good. That'll be the reason why your kids is running out. That'll be the reason why your kid get left in the motherfucking car, in a hot ass car, because you want to pick a bitch that look good. Then we got the other style of modern woman, the modern woman that get to the bag. Now she not lazy or nothing, because this one get to the bag. But when she get to the bag, she turned into a man. So you got those ones too now. So now don't let me lose you now. Don't let me lose you. Because in any event, you got to check her mind and see what she on. Because they not going to tell you what you signing up for. You going to have to vet her. This is why I tell you guys, date, bro. Fuck what this world is saying. Fuck what these red pill channels is. I'm telling you, date, nigga. I'm telling you, date. 6 dates, 2 on her, 4 on you. By then, you will know what the fuck you working with, bro. And I'm not telling you not to test out the coochie. You can test the coochie out. I'm telling you to test out her mind, bro. Test out her mind, bro. How does 2 parents playing Let's Pretend a relationship cat allow this to happen? This some shit you would think you could chalk up to a single mother, right? I bet you I thought she was a single mother. You see her in the thumbnail? No. And I need y'all to understand how society got y'all niggas reading ass backwards. This is the new norm. This is the new norm. It ain't even about them single mother rates. Because honestly, most single mothers, the single ones, is least dangerous to their kids than the bitches, than the masculine, feminist chicks in a relationship who got the man doing whatever she say, who is emasculating the man in front of them kids. You know what I mean? Those mothers are way worse than the single mothers, but we don't want to talk about that because that don't fit the mainstream narrative here in these YouTube streets. I'd rather deal with a single mother with no man in her life than a bitch who is playing a relationship cap, controlling a nigga. And it's a lot of marriages like that too. This why ain't a lot of niggas that's married running around here telling you, hey, young man, you should go and get married. That's the greatest thing I did. Niggas is picking these women because of how they look or how they make them feel at the moment. And not picking them for their brain and getting caught up in all sorts of crazy situations. Remember, guys, you want to go the other way. The ways of the world is programming everybody to believe in simp culture, hookup culture. The ways of the world program the women to believe that men are the tools when they are the tools of men. Men are the builders. You know what I mean? Got all types of women in this world, guys. You got to pick right. And you got to pick by the mindset, not by the look, bro. You know what I mean? You got consumers, followers, doers, you know what I mean? Runners, all types. Don't get caught up, guys. Don't get caught up. All right, guys, let's finish listening to the news story on this story right here. This shit is crazy. I don't understand it, man. But we gonna chalk this one up. You know what I mean? We gonna chalk this one up to the father. He was in the crib. You know how many dudes want the opportunity to be in their kid life? And you go and fumble the bag like this. Man, listen, you know, we about self-accountability over here, man. These women are dumb. You know they dumb. Shit always gonna fall on us, bro. Shit always gonna fall on us, bro. You know what I mean? Y'all know we the prize, bro. If the Titanic sink, the minute you go reach for a lifeboat, bro, the society gonna show you why you're a man. Soon as you go reach for that lifeboat, society gonna look for you to risk your life, sir. Come on, man. Come on, man. Pick better. I'm not risking my life for no raggedy bitch. You know what I mean? Or my kid's life for no raggedy bitch. Pick better, yo. Stop picking these dumbfounded chicks that look good and act submissive. You know what I mean?
In the car with a heat index 105 degrees on that day. He grabbed the child carrier and the infant from the car, runs inside screaming for Jasmine. Jasmine, who is reported has some medical training, looks at the baby and says, I know the baby is deceased.
Wow.
Is dead. Despite that, they grabbed the baby out of the car seat. They rushed to Lakeland Regional Medical Center. And upon arrival there, even though it's painfully evident that this child has suffered a torturous death, a absolute torturous death, Lakeland Regional still worked on the baby to try to save its life. But it, in fact, was deceased. What's interesting about this is that the investigation begins, as you can imagine, that it should. And here's what we discovered.
106 on, oh God. Yo, salute to my guy XL Pro. You know, we Urshus out this motherfucker. And it's early. Salute XL, man. Word up, man.
Will you please stop balling up and folding up and so we can't even figure out what it is? It's going to be $1 just laid out in there. It's all right. It won't hurt our. We had to go to Family Dollar and buy an iron. to iron out all the dollars, because we can't even tell what they are. I work in the trustee ministry, and we're trying to go to Golden Corral too. By the time we iron out all the dollars, everything is closed. And we don't even cook on Sunday no more. So just lay it in the plate. It's still going to be $1. Amen? Come on, y'all. Let's just get along. Come on. Help us out. Because we ushers. We ushers. Amen? We're here to serve you. And
All right, we back. We still lurches, man. Fucking with that button.
17 hours after arriving home. 17 hours after arriving home from the party, Jasmine tests positive for alcohol and marijuana.
So she was high as a motherfucker. The moms was high as a motherfucker, yo. And drunk. She was high and drunk.
Joel tests positive for alcohol, marijuana, and methamphetamine. 17 hours later.
You see? This is what I mean by they be hiding that depression. So now you got two people that need to heal that shouldn't be in a relationship risking these kids' lives to begin with. Two people that need to heal. So instead of healing, because people don't want to be alone now. You know what I mean? People don't want to be alone. The programming telling people, oh, you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody. But the biology is telling people, shit, we was made to be together. But when you're not healed, you're going to hurt the other person or vice versa. So hurt people. And look, both of these people hurt and they hurt that damn baby. And that's because they hide that depression and partying and drinking and smoking instead of healing. It's easier to do those things and suppress that pain and that childhood trauma.
So you can imagine what kind of shape that they were in when they arrived from this party and left this child harnessed in the baby seat in the back of the car. This child's 18 months old. She's not old enough to let herself out of the harness, but she's certainly old enough to realize that she is suffering a torturous death at the negligence of Joel and Jasmine. The investigation goes on. We determined that Joel has a criminal history. He was arrested 2 times at 15 and 18 years of age concerning a shooting event at that time.
How you live life is the results of your prior consequences, your prior choices, consequences. You get that, guys? The consequence of your prior choices is why you living the way you living right now, or your generational curses. Your generational curses show us the core beliefs that were programmed in you by the person that raised you. It's that simple. It's a mathematical equation, guys. You see, I get on here and y'all think this is a hate speech, or y'all think I don't know what the fuck. Y'all stupid motherfuckers. These women be dumb, son. But in any event, I'm only can speak from a healed point of view. I speak like the way I speak because I've done the work on myself. And I sit in a real healthy relationship and have these conversations with my partner. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, plus I read books. So you could crab leg and lie to yourself and talk about how great your mother raised you or whoever the person is that raised you. Your core beliefs and the shit you believe in is a result of your generational curse.
In his life, he was documented as a gang member. He also has currently pending against him charges of methamphetamine and carrying a concealed firearm. Those charges are pending at this time. He also has a history of resisting arrest.
All right, but we're not going to keep talking about him. So let's talk about the woman, bro. Let's talk about the woman, because obviously the mother knew this, and this the guy she chose. Her core beliefs told her she need to have kids with. My guy, the guys are in the building. The guys are my mentor, Felix. What's going on, my guy, TJ? What's going on, man? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Welcome to class, man. I know you normally be watching from the clouds, man. Thanks for coming in this morning, man.
Afternoon are adding the criminal charge of aggravated manslaughter of a child, which is a first-degree felony. Jasmine,
all right,
doesn't have a criminal history.
None of them do. They normally don't. They normally don't, because the law and the shit designed to hide their shit in that cat box until it hit the fan. Until this
does now.
So and that's why you can't prevent it. It's hard to prevent it when you can't check them. You know what I mean? You can't check them because then it's oh, you know what I mean? But we gotta wait for it to happen. We gotta wait for them to kill the baby. We gotta wait for them to throw the baby in the train tracks. So we gotta wait for them. We can't send them no help though. We can't prevent it. We gotta wait for it to happen. Come on, man. We gotta do better. We gotta do better with society, bro.
Charged with aggravated manslaughter of a child. Now, interestingly enough, when the investigation began by our detectives, after the hospital tried life-saving maneuvers, which includes cooling the baby down, when we started our investigation at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, after the life-saving measures, after the body being cooled down, the baby still had a core temperature of 104.4 degrees.
Damn!
And this was like 3 hours after the baby was taken out of the hot car. 3 hours after the baby was taken out of the hot car, and the hospital tried to cool the baby down.
Listen up, Grant Cardone, Dean Graciosi, and Russell Brunson all agree on something. Our 5 AI-driven pillars.
This rips your heart out. There's no other way to explain it. We all have or had children or grandchildren, or both, obviously, or nieces or nephews that have been 18 months old, and we know how vibrant they are, how active they are, but how fragile they are. And this child, from 3 o'clock in the morning until she was discovered, was harnessed and could not get away from this. The investigation's ongoing. The child otherwise was healthy in that it was not deprived of food. The other children are not deprived of food. This is not an accident. This is pure negligence. And I suggest to you the core of the negligence is the abuse of drugs and the use of drugs. And who suffered? Who died? The 18-month-old baby. So don't ever tell me that these drugs are low level and nonviolent, because they're at the core of why this child is dead today. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. Why y'all don't treat social media like y'all worried about these drugs? Because social media is way more of a dangerous drug than these drugs that y'all worried about. Honestly, social media is so dangerous that motherfucker, a kid can go by the social media cabinet and grab something out and sip on it and be conditioned to believe anything that the mainstream media and the elites need that little kid to believe. Why y'all not worrying about social media? Why is it not a restriction on social media? Like, honestly, bro, it's way too many dumb minds on social media. You know what I mean? It's way too many foolishness on social media. People hide depression on social media. Why are we not restricting social media? You know what I mean? So many questions, man. So many questions. But again, a sad story, sad situation, guys. You know what I mean? Don't let this distract you from your purpose, guys. And the goal is to get up out of poverty. The goal is to always become the best version of yourself, guys. You know what I mean? You ain't won until you done. You ain't won until you're done, bro. For real. Ain't no such thing as I won. You can win, but always be winning. Always be looking for the win, the next win. Shoot it and get ready for the next shot. Don't stay stagnant, bro. Don't stay stagnant. And guys, message. Pick women off mindset. Stop picking these women off the look, or they're going to have you in some sucky situations. You're going to be drinking yourself and hiding that depression. You know what I mean? Hiding that depression and all types of drugs. I know some young niggas right now, they smoke like 9 blunts back to back, hiding that depression of being in toxic relationships, not taking self-accountability to why it is that they attract to the people that make them smoke 9 blunts back to back. You know what I mean? It's about taking self-accountability, guys. It's Friday. I'll see y'all guys later. You know what I mean? Wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Drink responsibly, bro. You know what I mean? If you are a drinker, right? Fellas, if you're a drinker and you get your drink on, don't pick a bitch that drink. Because you're going to need a female that can hold you down when you get drunk. You know what I mean? Stop picking women that want to be equal with you, bro. Men and women are not equal, bro. And you need women that understand their role. Again, that goes with picking chicks that have the mentality, the right mind, guys. Again, I told you, we got 2 types of women. You got them lazy modern women that'll blame you for anything and everything anyway. And then you got those modern women that do get to the bag, but then when they get to the bag, they turn themselves into men. All right? So either or, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. MGTOW, go the other way. Let God show you what's right. Get on your purpose, man. I love y'all. Stay emotional intelligent, man. Enjoy your Friday and act like it's another Friday to come, guys. Don't go spending all your money, man. Know what I mean? Don't go spending all your money, bro. And guys, we got the class Sunday. I got a surprise topic. So don't worry about it. It's going to be on relationships, though. But I got a surprise topic. I need to see more than KDH. I need to see more than my guy, D Brown. We had Sicky Boy pop out last week. It's a $20 class, guys. Y'all fitness spend way more than that tricking today. Put $20 up right now. Put $20 up right now. I know y'all finna go get your check cashed. Put $20 up. You know what I mean? And holla at me, bro. Holla at me. I want to hear hear from you by later tonight. Email me. That's goodmoneygus@gmail.com, bro. You know what I mean? It'll be the best investment you ever put on yourself. I guarantee you guys. All right, y'all. Y'all stay smart, man. Stay smart or stay dumb. The choice is yours, however. Love y'all, man. We out of here.
You are not niggers. You are not coons. You may smoke reef and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.